if I like it, I'll just buy it in a different color. You guys know that sound that's really viral? It is more than just a sound to me. It is my life. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you products that I liked so much that I had to go out and buy it in a different color. Or in this case, different colors. Thank you to REVOLVE for working with me and sponsoring today's video. All of the products that I'm mentioning today can be purchased from REVOLVE, so I tagged everything throughout the video for you to shop. You just click on the pop-up and it will take you right to the website to the product that I am talking about. Now, the products that I chose specifically are ones where I remember the exact light bulb moment where I was like, I love this. I need more colors, because it's happened a lot of times to me with a lot of products, but these ones in particular, I had a moment and I was like going like this on my keyboard, purchasing more colors. Let's go ahead and get into it because I need to get some color on my face. I resisted this and purchasing more colors. This is the Dibs Desert Island Duos, where one side is a cream bronzer and one side is a cream blush. And I resisted on getting multiple colors of this because I tried this in the time which we are still in. Cream blushes and bronzers are all the rage. They are all that's launching. So I'm like, I do not need to purchase any more of these. But it's come to the point where I needed more colors. I was using this so much, it was worth getting more colors because the formula is so good. So let me show you the one that did it. The one that set the standard and I had to buy more. This is in the shade 2.5. The blush here is in the shade Cool Girl and the bronzer is in the shade No Shade. So we'll do blush first. It has a really soft vanilla fragrance to it. And this bronzer is so beautiful because it isn't too warm, it's not too cool, it's just the perfect color. And that's another reason I resisted, because I was like, it's not going to be as good of a color of bronzer. And this blush is super trendy, but I could only hold out for so long because I have two more to share with you. I have the shades 1.5 and 3. 1.5 has more of a peachy blush to it. And I feel like the bronzer is a little bit more pink. Can you tell the difference there? Very beautiful. And then here's number 3. This one's also peach, but it has a little bit less orange in it. And then here is the bronze, a little bit more warmer than the other two. So these are the new Dibs sticks that have entered my collection. I couldn't hold off anymore. I simply needed more. I'm going to go ahead and apply shade 3 today. I'm just going to put the bronzer on all over. It's such an easy to use product, and what I like about it is that this cream bronzer formulation is a little bit more powdery, so it has more of a long lasting time to it and my hair doesn't stick to it. With some of the cream bronzers that are really popular right now, I know everybody loves that dewy, glowy look, but my hair sticks to it because I have a lot of baby hairs along my hairline, and so something is always sticking to my forehead going straight across. This powdery-ish style dry down I think also looks more blurring on the skin, whereas sometimes the glowiness can emphasize fine lines. It works out so easy. It has a soft diffused look to it because of the finish. It's a little bit different, I feel like, than some of the other really viral cream bronzers because brands have really taken the glowy trend and run with it, but I think it's a bit much. You know, our natural oils come throughout the day. It's okay to start off a little bit more on the flat side so that our natural oils can come through. It does not stand the test of time, some of these brands that are coming out with super glowy products. So that's why I really love the finish of these products, particularly the bronzers. And then I have more cheek colors to show you, but I can't help it. I want to put this blush on as well. I'm just going to do it on one side of the cheek. We're going to be a little, what happened here? We're going to be a little uneven today, but that's okay. for the sake of demonstration, I just have to. So easy to apply and use. Okay, this next product, when I had purchased it, I actually thought it was something else. The next product that I have is the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Beauty Light Wands, the blushes in particular. And it's interesting because this is the Pinkgasm shade. This is the first shade that I picked up. I thought I was getting a Pinkgasm highlighter, which I'm not really a liquid highlight fan to begin with, so I don't know that I was super excited about this, so I didn't really pay attention to what I was buying. And then I applied it and I realized it was a blush, and I was like, and not only that, but it was stunning, the most beautiful glow, and I quickly became addicted. But at the time that this launched, it was super viral and selling out. So one by one, piece by piece, I had to slowly complete my collection of all the shades that I wanted. And then eventually she ended up launching a matte beauty blush wand line as well, and I picked up all of the colors for that one too. I still think the OG ones are really, really nice, comparing them to the matte ones, but let me show you all of the ones I've ended up picking up throughout my time owning these. So here's the first one. This is Pinkgasm, where I was like, this is not a highlighter, and it is beautiful. So then it led me to pick up Peachgasm right here. Now this next one down is actually a highlighter. It's not a blush. It's the number 2 medium, but it can be used for like a coppery cheek. Sometimes more as a topper, but it's still really beautiful. Then the fourth one down, I didn't get a super good swatch, but this is Pinkgasm Sunset. And then we have the matte blushes next. Again, I didn't want to, I hate the sponge packaging. I hate it, I hate it. The product's so good, I still buy them, but I don't like squeezing out too much product if I'm not actually using it, so my swatches are a little wimpy. I have Pillow Talk Pink Pop, Pillow Talk, Peach Pop, and then Dream Pop. Since I went peachy on this side, I'm going to use Peachgasm, which was the second one. I have to squeeze a little bit out. I just feel like the sponge gets gross. Like, I like the sponge, the idea of it, and the application of it, but it's true, I just feel like the product kind of sits and gets dried up when you're not using it. But look at this. Do you see why I fell in love with this? And this gave that really popular Charlotte Tilbury glow that was especially popular at the time. Of course, it is still quite popular now. And look, it's still coming out. Disgusting. I'm going to put it over top on the other side because I have too much product oozing out of my sponge for squeezing, not that hard. So packaging, really difficult. I just feel like it's so easy to waste product, but I need to put a couple dots over here to even everything out and to utilize my exploding blush. This is why I didn't want to open them to swatch. Like, stop oozing out. I'm done. It is pretty though. Like, you cannot deny that. This next item, I felt like I was the only person on earth talking about these for the longest. They are the Tower 28 multi-liners, or one-liners, excuse me. They're one-liner multi-liners. And I got all 3 of these in PR, and I needed more. I actually ended up losing one, probably in my purse, somewhere where I was out, and I needed to bring it with me because I love these colors so much. Purchased one for myself, and I have been begging for Tower 28 to come out with more. I think these are a beautiful formula and the most stunning colors. So let me show you the original ones, the ones that set it off for me. Work of art. This one is so close to my natural lip color. It's what I have lining the edges of my lips right now. A little bit lighter, we have Fill Me In. The deeper one was Draw Me, and these are a drier formula. If you're not familiar, I like a drier formula because I just feel like I have more control with how much opacity I'm getting, how easy they are to blend. And then, a couple months ago, they actually ended up launching, finally, some new shades, and you better believe I had to have them. This is like, after almost a couple of years, loving these with crickets. Nobody talking about them, so of course Tower 28 wasn't going to launch new colors, but finally they did. Maybe more people caught on. So here are the new shades that I have. Check me out, a little bit more mauvey. Ooh, I'm gonna love that one. Paint My Number. This one is even more mauvey, a little bit more brown in there too. Love that one as well. And then Color Me Fine, which is another deep one, but I feel like it has a little bit more coolness in there. I don't know. But anyways, those are the new ones. And I still feel like they could expand the range more, but for months and months and months, I have been begging Tower 28 to launch new colors so that I could get them. So finally, we have some new colors. I'm going to deepen up my lip line with Paint My Number. See, it's a little bit more purple. Love that. So, after begging, finally, we got some new colors. Now this next one, this is a classic of mine. You already know this is one of the products that I've recommended the most on my channel. It is Charlotte Tilbury's lipstick, particularly the Kissing Formula. Now, why it needs to be the Kissing Formula is it's because it's not the matte formula. So it gives a little bit of hydration to the lips. It's not super glowy. It's not super goopy like the popular ones right now. It's not a lip gloss and a stick. It is a true hydrating lipstick. It's just not flat. And the color that started it all for me was Nude Kate. This with a brown lip liner. This was when really dramatic eye makeup was popular, so I just needed that perfect nude. It was always Nude Kate. So anytime Charlotte Tilbury, even to this day, launches a Kissing Formula, I'm gonna pick it up. I have such a vast collection of different Kissing Formulas. It is my #1 favorite lipstick. And when I first was getting into Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, I was still learning formulas, learning my preferences, and I couldn't quite put my finger on why I was reaching for Nude Kate so much until as I got more experience with reviewing products, I was like, it's this formula. It's hydrating, it gives a little bit of a bigger effect on my lips, it wears pretty, it's nice and thick, it lasts a long time, and so once I figured that out, I've been hooked on Kissing Formula ever since, and it's my most highly recommended formula of lipstick if you have a little bit of money to splurge on yourself. So let me show you some of the colors I have. This isn't all, but I love all of these deeply, deeply. You hear me? Deeply. Nude Kate, Super Nude, this is a good one. Penelope Pink, Blushing Dream, Super Starlet, Candy Chic, Red Carpet Pink, Rose to Fame. I'm trying to think what I want to put on today. I'm thinking Rose to Fame. This is kind of the newer lipsticks. Not kind of, it is, but it's been a couple months. Like, look at that. It's so smooth on the lips. I mean, it has a little bit more drag than maybe some lipsticks that are really popular right now, but it grips to the lips, so it, oh, excuse me. It grips to the lips, so it lasts a long, long time. And I feel like my lips look nice and smooth now as well. The best formula. Enough said. Shame, shame, shame on me for this next one. I still am kicking myself about this. But we're talking about a super viral product that I have totally ended up jumping on the bandwagon for. It's the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balms. It took me a while to get a few colors under my belt because when I first used this, I was like, this is so overhyped, overpriced, I don't get it. And I told you guys not to get it. And then one day I came back and I was like, it's worth it. So what had happened was I was living in a warm climate and I was using this and I wasn't noticing a difference. It was an overpriced balm. And then I went to visit my parents in a cold, dry winter. My lips were chapping and cracking like never before. I wasn't used to that kind of weather at that point. And I put this on and I realized it was healing my lips. My lips were super comfortable. It was lasting a long time. And my lips were juicy because of the glow. And from that moment on, that day at Costco, I was like, this product's amazing. Mom, you have to try this. And I made her put it on her lips. And then it became a battle to purchase more colors because I purchased the pink one as well. It's clear, and I was like, I want one with some color, but all of the ones that actually had some pigment to them were sold out. Slowly, I've been able to build a collection of some with more colors. Like I said, I also have the pink sugar one. So we have the classic one, vanilla, which is clear. I've also been using the iced coffee. This one doesn't have much color to it, but it smells like a caramel latte. It really is salivating worthy. I also have, which one are you? Brown sugar. This one's okay. I think this one's overhyped as a color. These are my two newest. I haven't shared these on my channel yet. Cherry and Poppy. I'm gonna try cherry for you guys. I love the smell of it, though it is a little medicinal, what you see. Cherry's nice because it gives a little bit of pigment to it. Because I felt like with the first few colors that I ended up with Lip Butter Balm, it was more of a treatment for me because it was clear, but I really wanted to find some with color. Cherry has color, Poppy has color. The brighter colors are really beautiful. They're still very, very wearable. Like, look at this. I'll show you Poppy as well. The rest of the ones that I have are kind of, I don't want to say bland in color because it's not a bad thing, but it's like I was hoping they would have had more color because I was paying a pretty penny for them. I didn't want them all to be clear. But anyways, the formula on these are superb. They're worth having multiple clear ones of, but they do have some more tinted options as well. And if you struggle from dry lips, these are amazing. And one of my favorite things about these is how long they sit on the lips, so you get an extended wear of hydration with these. So these are good, and I'm so sorry for literally lying to you at first. Better that than the opposite, right? It sucks when I try a product at first and I really like it and then I end up not liking it. At least like I came around, so I didn't convince you to buy it at first and then ended up hating it. Such a good product. My makeup is now done, but we're gonna keep going. The next product that I have and I want to talk about is the Pat McGrath concealer. I don't have them today because mine were starting to get a little bit old. I was close to the end on most of them anyways, so I ended up decluttering them, and then I've been meaning to repurchase them, but honestly, so many good concealers have launched within the last year that I'm like holding off. I just don't need to add more concealers to the collection. But better believe when things settle down in the concealer industry, I will definitely be repurchasing those concealers because they're so smoothing, they're thick, so they kind of fill in, you know, I have a little bit of caving in on my under eyes. They do a good job of filling those in, and it just looks so smooth, so hydrated, really great wear time. I love this concealer. Now, how could it be that if I like it, I'm going to buy it in a different color? Because all of these that I mentioned prior to this are true color products. But concealer, you know, I mean, you don't have one skin tone, but basically we're around the same shade here. Well, let me tell you, I loved that concealer so much. I purchased it in a brightening color, in a skin tone color, in a contouring color, and then in kind of a warmer color to warm up other products. So I would literally use it as my concealer, as my highlight, and as my bronzer. I would mix them to get certain shades that I wanted. It was that good of a product. Because with concealer, that is a product where I can be one and done with. I can have one shade and be totally okay. Same thing with like powder and foundation. But that concealer, I needed that formula in different colors because I was going to find a way to use it all over my face in different ways and mixing and getting some of that formula in other formulas by mixing it. It was that good of a concealer for me. Now, keep in mind, this was a couple years prior. I feel like there's been a concealer boom in the last year or so where a lot of fabulous, like all-time favorite concealers have launched for me. So I would say definitely more of a competitive market now, but a couple years ago, that concealer was the best concealer on the market, in my opinion. My most used, the most versatile, and it still is really great. It's been a while since I've used it, but when there's a really good sale, I'll probably end up purchasing more colors again of those because I love that concealer so much. So I did want to mention that. Which brings me to the final two items of today's video. They're kind of in the same family. So we're gonna talk about it. This one is fragrance now, and you'll see what I mean. It all started with Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. My cousin, years and years and years ago, purchased this for me for Christmas. This was when I was in college, and I was off of the makeup scene. I've always been addicted to makeup, but I did have a phase in college where I stopped watching YouTube for a little bit there. It was because, I remember now, my dorm room, the Wi-Fi was so trash, I couldn't watch YouTube. So I just didn't, and I had other things going on anyways in school. But I remember my cousin must have seen this online on social media, and she bought this for me for Christmas, and I thought this was the most delicious smelling lotion in the world. And so throughout the years, I've bought it all. I've bought every formula, the shampoo, I bought the body wash. Right now, I currently have the body spray. I bought the perfume. Any version I could have of this scent, I had to have it in my possession. So I think that counts as I'll just buy it in a different color. Like, I'll just buy this scent in different formula. It's the lotion, I think, to this day is still so light, has such a luxurious blend. It smells so yummy, and this now has like a nostalgia to it to me as well, with how many years I've been using it. I will say the perfume that I have, which you can see, I mean, I've used quite a lot of it. It's not the most long wearing, but this is summer. This is youth to me, the good old days. So had to add that in. This is like, that one's important to me. And then the last one I have is also in the Sol de Janeiro family, and this is like a newer one to me, but I had to. So I went to Sephora and I purchased 68. So I went into Sephora, this was a few months ago, because I had heard that, not a dupe, but it was reminiscent of Baccarat 540, which Baccarat 540 is my mom's signature scent. So that is another scent that holds a lot of memory for me. So I went in and smelled it, and I can totally smell the resemblance. It's not a dupe whatsoever, but if you like that, then you'll like this. It's also a lot more affordable. I don't know why I have the big one, but I bought the big one right on go. That's how much I loved it. They say it's Brazilian jasmine and pink dragon fruit. Anyways, smells delicious. It's like a lighter Baccarat 540. So, in true Morgan Turner fashion, Revolve has this set. So I had to have this travel set. I like that it comes in a clear case. And in the travel set, it all has to do with 68. So we have the body wash. This is new for me, so I haven't smelled this stuff yet. And they're all travel size as well. So yummy. And I'm a gourmand girl. I mean, this is a little sweet smelling, but it's not like vanilla-y, how I normally like it. But I think it's so yummy. I'm excited about having a little lotion. Like I said earlier, I love the formula of the lotions. Such a pretty scent. And then you can also get more longevity with this by putting on the lotion first. It kind of sticks to the lotion when you layer them. So that's part of the reason why I got this set. And then, since I decided to purchase this giant one and I love the scent so much, I wanted to also have this little travel size. So if I like it, I'll just buy it in every formula. And there we have it. Those are products that I loved so much that I had to own them in multiple colors. So if you're wondering if they're worth it, they're worth the money times 5, literally, in some of these cases. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Again, I have all of the products tagged for you here on YouTube to make your shopping experience super easy. A huge thank you to Revolve for working with me on today's video. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Comment down below a product that you picked one up, you loved it so much, and now you have the whole collection. Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.